The green traveler's notebook came yesterday, and I didn't have a whole lot of time to play with it, but I really like it. It's still got that nice softer feel to it, but it's definitely got more structure to it than the yellow one that doesn't have anything extra in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and build this out today in bits and pieces. I have 30 minutes right now for lunch, and then I'm done pretty early. I'm done around 7:30 tonight. So I'm trying to decide, oh my goodness. Since I'm done so early, I don't know if I wanna take the opportunity to get caught up on work stuff or if I wanna do this instead. I will very likely do both. I'll very likely end up working late and doing this as well. But I love these notebooks. These are fantastic. So I think I'm gonna use these two, and then the wallet insert will come Thursday. And the wallet insert that's coming Thursday is one from Etsy, and it's got a bunch of different things. It doesn't have a whole big zipper pocket on one side. It's just got a bunch of card rows. So that's gonna be great. I'm gonna put those in. I'm gonna make the dashboards and the vellums. And then I got out this page protector to try to make into a shaker. So we'll see if that's big enough. I don't think I like this foldy bit. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. But we'll see. I may have, I'll definitely have to trim off a part of it. So that's good. Oh, good, okay. All right, well, I can trim off that part then. But yeah, so I was thought about making a little shaker with that as well, you know, because crafty. Remus is not impressed. So we are many, many hours later, and I didn't realize how stiff some of this particular paper was, but here's what I've come up with. That's gonna be the first bit with the wallet part that I think comes tomorrow or Thursday. I made a little shaker with some, there it is, with some extra sequins I had upstairs from making that the Christmas tree skirt with the squirrels. So I've got that over that, which is over a notebook for now. And I really like that notebook actually. So there's the back half of the shaker. Then there's another piece of vellum over another piece of paper, dashboard thing, and another notebook. And I'm mostly just using the two notebooks right now just to fill it out, because the wallet insert will be in there later. And then I'll probably pull, instead of having two notebooks, I'll probably pull one. Actually, my mama really, really liked this one, so I think I might give this one to her because she really, really liked it. So one of these notebooks will come out, and I'll replace it with one of the wallet inserts with the zipper pouch thing. So I'll only have a notebook and then two wallet bits. And then I'll fill this up with like my ID and the card that I use the most, and then, I don't know, maybe insurance card, I don't know, cash and whatever. So yeah, I really like the way that looks. I love the way this one feels. It's nice and sturdy. This is a Webster's Pages. Yeah, a Webster's Pages. It was 20, under 20, I think, off of Amazon. The Amazon pictures don't show you what the color cover is when they just show you the inside spread. They just show you this page and then the back half. That's all they show. This has a pocket, by the way, pocket here and pocket here. So you have to look at the elastic color for those, and that's going to be the color of the outside of the notebook. Or you can take the part number that they have on the website and search it in the actual Webster's Page website and figure out what it is there, which I did just to double check. But yeah, I'm really kind of pleased with the way that turned out. This thing was just a full-size page protector that I cut down, and then I can you see it? I fused it in the center to keep everything from going everywhere behind it, and then I fused it up at the top again. I didn't do it very well. I didn't do it very straight. Next time. Ooh, look, escapee. Right, so for this one, I also want to get some kind of little charm thing, because this thing isn't going to come off, and I'd like to have something that is sort of representative of my taste, I guess. I wouldn't call it my style, but totally my taste. So I'm gonna get a little something to go there, but it's gonna have to be super sturdy to be able to handle going in and out of my bag. So saving this for when I get tired of the yellow one and want to change. Couple of things, if I could get in focus. There I am. Couple of things. One, I let my hair air dry last night and I wore it mostly in a bun today, and now it's finally under control. I sent my friend Sarah Cozy a Snapchat of it in its full glory. It's pretty intense. Second thing is I do not observe Valentine's Day for a multitude of reasons. I just don't do it. But that doesn't stop Keres. He sent me a lovely card that I'm not going to show you, and a little piece of chocolate. And I'm all for any occasion that calls for chocolate. So I thought that was very sweet. It's a very cute card. It's a very cute card, and I'm going to keep it all to myself. I'll show you the inside because the inside is nice. Very cute card. Yay, my little pea. So, I have that. And then it is 7-Eleven, and I have just shut down the laptop. There's the laptop, and there's my sweet tea. And there's my squee. My sweet squee mice. Just shut down work for the day. Here's a professional tip. When you have to deliver information that is not positive, like I have to tell somebody that I'm not going to work with them anymore, basically, because they are impossible to work with and they've caused a lot of confusion for my candidates, and I'm not down with that. So I've talked to my leader about it, and she agrees that we can just sort of step away from helping that particular person. So I constructed an email trying to tell him this information in a positive and not snarky way. So I did it the last thing before I shut the computer, so I was already tired, and I reread it like 3 or 4 times, and it still sounded snarky in my head. So I sent it to my leader to review and asked her, does this sound too snarky to send? So hopefully she'll either say, no, that's fine, or here are the changes I suggest. And we'll go from there. I nearly dropped the water bottle. So that's my big tip, is if you have information to deliver that is not praise, have somebody else read it first, so you don't bring your own tone to the email. Because, well, here's the other thing, is like, I tried to call this person. I left this person a voicemail on Monday, and this person has not returned my call yet. So I wanted to have this message conveyed in person, because you'll be able to tell from my tone that I'm not being snarky, that I'm not being a jerk face, that here are the reasons why we're not gonna do this anymore, and here's the spin I've put on it to make it sound like it was your idea to begin with, and whatever else. So, so I wanted to have a conversation, but this person's not calling me back. So email it is, because I'm not gonna let it drag on either. So yeah, so if you can't deliver your not praise information in person, then have somebody else read the email before you send it. That's my big tip for the day. My floofy hair and I are going to, I think we'll make popcorn, and we will catch up on some of the 80 Jimmy Fallons I have on the TV, because I just don't want to think about anything else. I think I'm going to turn off my email on my phone. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Excellent, excellent Tuesday night. I was having office bed this morning, but I came out here to eat lunch. And because I have like 5 minutes to eat lunch, I was working on some stuff and catching up with YouTube. That is my dessert. And I had put his bed in the chair to sort of clean off the table, and he just got in his bed in the chair. So I may leave it there now. Bless his little heart. So if you'll remember, I was using an additional card put in the week to track the oils I was using and how I was feeling that day, to try to see if there was a correlation or whatever. Well, this became cumbersome because I kept having to flip it back and forth, and you know, as much fun as it is to use additional washy places, it just wasn't working for me. So the next week I just didn't use anything. I didn't track it at all, I don't think. And I don't like doing that because I find that if I'm tracking it, I remember to use it more. So this week, I'm going to put it, so what I have in the morning will be on this side, and what I have at night, and then in the morning, at night, in the morning, and the night, blah, blah, blah. So it's not going to be intrusive. It's not going to take up a lot of space. So I'll just make that go all the way over. This week I'm using my coffee cup stamps for every day rather than going back and forth, because I think I like the uniformity and it's easier to spot them on the thing rather than looking for the little cups. And maybe I'll use the sticker coffee cups for when I have like a Frappuccino or whatever. But these are done, what's today? Wednesday. But these are done, I've had two, for just the coffee, like the coffee I make in the Keurig over there. Also, why is it always when I vlog, my trash is in desperate need of taking out? Why do you suppose that is? Anywho, that's what's going on so far. I'm still tracking what I'm eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I might have to branch out and start tracking what I'm eating for snacky things, because I think that's probably more impactful than what I'm eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the way this spread looks, this week's spread. I love this stamp so much. Have I told you about this? This, I got from Anthropology. My goodness, a couple years ago, I guess. It's this guy, it's under glass, he's magnetic, and he has his own little ink pad underneath. And he lived at the office because he was pretty. Now, again, I didn't really use stamps when I got him, he was just pretty. But now that I use stamps, I stamped him, and that's what well, I added this part because I didn't roll it the way I ought to have. But I colored him in, cause he's pretty, and I like pretty. So the, oh, and I didn't show you any of that either. The sticker pack came today that Mom and I are sharing, and this, oh my goodness, this month's theme was journaling, something like that. Let's see if I can find where they start here. Somewhere in here. Okay, here we go. Let's use Remus's expensive to showcase these. Okay, so there's a whole sheet of these, and Mom and I halved it. These came in last month's. And then there were these guys up here, which I thought were super pretty. She got, I cut out there was a pink giraffe ruler sticker, and some highlighters that look like the highlighters she's using for her Bible-y stuff. But I think these are really cute. I love these. And then there were these guys. Wait a minute. It's the whole page here. Then there were these guys. Travel-y theme stickers over here and down here. And then these were from these guys over here, the same sheet. But yeah, I love it that these are little paper punches that have a crab and a fishbone. Oh, so cute. So cute. And then these guys, which were a little more cartoony than the other ones, but still very pretty. And then a whole sheet of flowers that Mom and I halved. These guys were from this sheet. And Mom I don't think took anything from this. I made her keep a whole sheet of of stickers with like little vintagey looking girls on it that just totally felt like they belonged to her 100%. And then these guys were in there, and these are like just old-fashioned label-y things. So yeah, and that's Sticky Club with 2 I's, so it's STICKII, Sticky Club. And you can find them on Cratejoy, and they're only $10 a month, and there are 3 different themes. There's retro, which is what we get, pop, which is pop culture kinds of stuff, and then cute, which tends to be cute, you know. 3 different themes, 3 different packs every month, and you can sign up for 1 or all 3. I sign up for just the 1, so I am really, really pleased with that. Remus is still in there, and that's been my evening so far. I think it's, what day is it? Wednesday. Ooh, that's filthy. I should work on that. Also, oh dear. just discovered a massive tragedy. You know how I spent all that time getting all of this ready with all of the really super pretty expensive paper? I totally forgot to put a page on the other side, so when you open it up, it's patterned on both sides. On every single one of these. Like, I could scream. Like, I really could. So I put these adhesive pockets on the inside. Most of them are facing to the inside, so if I put cards and stuff in there, they won't like fly out the top or out the whatever. On some of them, I put them at the top so I could easily and quickly slide in receipts and stuff to hold that, but the rest of them are all to the inside, right? So here's my thought. My thought is maybe I need to create some kind of page that fits inside this and make that pretty. I had originally thought, well, I have all of these awkward little, wait a minute, hang on, where are they? I have all of these things that are just pieces of paper. They're like, I don't know what you call them, but they don't, you know, they don't have any sticky on them. They're just like little die cut whatevers. So, and that's my reminder for my next call. By the way, it is now 8:45. My last call is at 9 o'clock tonight. Just, dude. Anyway, so I was gonna see if I could put like 1 or 2 of those in there, because I have a couple that have got gold foil on them, and I like them a lot, but they don't fill out like this guy. He fits in there. This little thing sticks out the top, but he doesn't fill the whole page. Nor does he really kind of go with the theme I have happening here. So, I don't know, man. So I'm guessing I need to like get scrapbook paper, cut out perfect little squares to go in here. These might be 3 by 3. I don't know. Perfect little squares to go in here and decorate the squares and stick the squares in there and have that do the thing, whatever. And I'm just so mad. Like, how did I forget to do that? And all of my effort to use the really pretty paper to do this the right way. Ugh. Aggravation. I am not 100% sure that I filmed anything at all yesterday, which was Thursday. So we'll see. We'll see when we get to the editing process if we're gonna skip Thursday. I am, let's see, what time is it? It is 8:15. I am giving Remus second breakfast. You hear him? Yeah, I know. He's doing second breakfast. I'm gonna give Remus second breakfast. I'm gonna go check on my mom's cat real fast. I am going to get, I'm gonna go to Michael's because mom wants a little Polaroid zip printer thing so she can print like I do. You know how I print pictures and put them in the doodle journal. I'm thinking I might want to get rid of the doodle journal and just put the doodles in my regular to-do list planner. Of course, that means I won't be printing as many pictures, so maybe I won't want to do that. I don't know. I feel like I don't think I'll do 2 next year. I think I'll just do one big to-do thing next year and try to neaten it up a little bit. So maybe that's what I should do for March, is I should practice kind of neatening up a little bit. Still keep up with the doodle journal, because it would be nice to have a whole year of it and not quit like 6 weeks in. So ideally, it's not even 6 weeks. It's like we're on day 44 today. So it's not even, it's like barely a month, and I'm not over it. I like the doodling aspect. I like the diary style journal thing, the memory book or whatever. I like that. But it kind of becomes a chore on my super busy days to try to remember to pull that book out and do the thing and whatever. And then I feel like a loser if all I do is the doodle part and not what I had originally intended it for, was the memory part. So I may practice in March and do the doodles in both and sort of try to bleed that diary journal style thing into the to-do list planner thing. This thing right here has been driving me nuts for like a week, like all week, right there. It just, it's me apparently. It's just what I have. My chin just doesn't want to behave ever. So, right, gonna do that before I have to sit down. I've only got 45 minutes No, I got about an hour. My first call's not till 9:30, and I've already done all the pre-prep stuff. So I've already worked for about an hour. So I'm taking an hour now to go take care of Mom's cat and run to Michael's and get her thing and do all of that. And I think that's it for right now. Yeah, it's Friday. So here is a lesson I learned today at the Michael's. Oh, look, reflective. Will it focus? So this is 2 inches. This says 2 inches. And I assumed that they meant 2 inches by 2 inches. I was wrong. They meant 2 inches diagonally from point to point like a TV. So when this says 3 inches, somewhere, there it is, 3 inches, they also mean 3 inches diagonally. Might be the most frustrating thing I've ever done. So I bought this because I was hoping it would be punchy. The punches would fit at least a square in these rectangles, and they don't. And I never thought to measure it again. I thought, well, I must have just measured this wrong. So I got the 2-inch punch thinking it was 2 by 2 because I wanted to cover up this, here it is, this thing here. I wanted to be able to cover that up with a block of paper and then use a stamp over it to do like February 2017 or whatever. Because I don't really need this bit in my to-do list. But I liked the look of this over here. It didn't come out very well, but that's all I had that size. So I wanted to cover the whole thing, right? Yeah, so that definitely didn't work. It ends up being about, I don't know, maybe like an inch and a little less than an inch and a half square. Which is a bit of a bummer. It's still really pretty though. I'm thinking I'm gonna plug it in somewhere just as a reminder that you don't know what you're doing. When you're crafting, you have no idea what you're doing. Anyway, good news is that the other punch that said it was 3 inches, which means it's 3 inches corner to corner, actually is 2 inches by 2 inches. So that has worked out really well. And this is for next week. I've already gone ahead and started some little things for next week because I have no self-control. Right, so that's for next week. Very excited, super pumped. My work calendar for next week has the square I used to test because I punched this out of a piece of paper and of course I ruined that paper. So I used this square to test the size to fit up here. Works great. And then I punched one that actually fit with the color scheme. We just looked at that. This one is now covering up a mistake I have on here where I accidentally put my treats in the mail list on this notes section instead of my personal notes section. So yeah, I went ahead and covered that up. So it's totally fine. It's totally fine. Totes fine. So then I have these little circle things and I thought it would be fun to cut out, I really like that. I really like that. I thought it would be fun to make some little whoosie whatsits and whatever. Just some shapes out of all this gorgeous scrapbook paper that's out there. I thought it might add a nice little layer of depth or dimension or something to things. But see, I really like the circle. Really, really like that. I might just use that and then just hang on to this as a reminder. Yeah, so hooray. Well, just about everybody I know is sick. Parrish is asleep on the couch downstairs with 101-degree fever, so that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. My sister, my brother-in-law, and their child, my niece Ellie, are all sick. Yesterday was her 9th birthday, and they were all too sick to do anything about it. So I didn't even talk to her on her 9th birthday. So I think we're gonna have like a redo when everybody's better. And like FaceTime cake or something. I have discovered how to make a sort of messy bun. My problem had been that I was using the fabric ties and they weren't tight enough in the they weren't tight enough just using 2 loops. I had to use 3 and then it was too tight. So it's bright, so bright. So I figured that out, which is good. Figured that out this morning in the car. I had a wicked headache when I woke up this morning, so I went out to get a Frappuccino. And that usually fixes it, and it just didn't. So I'm wondering if it's kind of a weather situation, because it's partly cloudy, partly sunny, but I'm hoping that will kick in eventually. I forgot to format my memory card last week after I uploaded the vlog, and I just ran out of memory. I'm trying to record the end of this week. So what I was gonna say is I'm gonna try to make that lemon chicken soup for P tonight. Is what I make every time anybody's sick. It's super simple. I've talked about it before. I think I walked you through it step by step. I'm gonna try to make that, and I think that I am just going to watch Jimmy Fallon all day. Like, I feel like that's a positive way to spend a Sunday, right? Right. So that was my week. Encourage each other with sweetness and light, and I'll see you next Sunday.